If your life feels stuck, it's probably not your weekdays. It's your weekends. Those 48 hours you think don't matter. They quietly decide how the next 5 days of your life will go, and most people waste them the exact same way. Scrolling, sleeping, escaping, and then wondering why nothing changes. Let's be honest, your weekends don't feel like a reset. They feel like recovery from a life you don't fully control. So you tell yourself, I'll start fresh on Monday. But Monday never fixes anything, because nothing actually changed. You didn't reset your mind. You didn't gain clarity. You didn't move forward. You just paused your problems, and then picked them back up again. But here's the shift most people never realize. Successful people don't treat weekends like an escape. They treat them like a system reset, a time to think, realign, recharge, and quietly get ahead. And once you understand this, your weekends stop being free time and start becoming your biggest advantage. Habit 1. The clarity reset. Reflection, writing. The first habit is simple, but it's uncomfortable because it forces you to face your life. Every weekend, successful people sit down with no phone, no distractions, just a pen and paper, and they ask, what actually happened this week? What went right? What did I ignore? What matters next? Eric Schmidt, former CEO of Google, called this a game changer, not because it's complicated, but because it creates something most people lack: clarity. Most people feel overwhelmed not because they have too much to do, but because they don't know what actually matters. Writing forces your brain to slow down, to organize chaos, to see patterns, to catch mistakes early. It turns your life from random into intentional. And suddenly, Monday isn't stressful anymore, because you already know what to do. But clarity alone isn't enough, because now you face a deeper question. What are you actually doing with your time? Habit 2. Stop fake resting. Leisure crafting. Here's something most people don't want to admit. Your weekends aren't recharging you, they're draining you. Scrolling for hours, watching random videos, doing nothing that feels like rest, but it's not. It's passive, and passive time doesn't restore energy. It numbs you. That's why you still feel tired, even after doing nothing all weekend. But something interesting happens when you change this. Researchers found that people who spend weekends doing small, meaningful activities come back to work feeling more energized, more creative, and more motivated, not because they worked harder, but because they engage their brain differently. This is called leisure crafting. It means doing something you enjoy with a small sense of purpose, not pressure, not perfection, just progress. Learning a few guitar chords, cooking a new recipe, building something, reading a chapter. It's still relaxing, but it also gives you something most weekends don't: a sense of movement. And your brain loves that, because it's not designed for endless comfort, it's designed for growth. But even if you fix your time, your brain might still feel tired, foggy, unfocused, and that's because it's overloaded. Habit 3. Reset your brain. Nature. Your brain today is constantly stimulated. Notifications, screens, noise, information. It never stops. And you think more productivity will fix that? It won't. You don't need more input. You need a reset. In Japan, there's a practice called forest bathing, and it's exactly what it sounds like. You go into nature, and you do nothing. No phone, no music, no goal, just walking slowly, breathing, observing. And something powerful happens. Your stress drops, your mind clears, your body relaxes. Because nature does something your environment doesn't. It slows you down. Studies show even short exposure to nature can boost mood, increase energy, and reduce stress hormones. It's like hitting a reset button for your entire system. And suddenly, you don't feel overwhelmed anymore. You feel clear. And once your mind is clear, you start noticing something else. Habit 4. Break the loop. Microadventures. Your life doesn't feel boring. Because it is. It feels boring. Because it's predictable. Same routine, same places, same actions, every single weekend. And your brain hates that. Because the brain craves novelty, new experiences, new environments, new challenges. That's why something as small as a microadventure can completely change how you feel. A microadventure isn't a vacation. It's something simple, but different. Trying a new place, exploring somewhere nearby, doing something slightly uncomfortable, something you wouldn't normally do. Because novelty triggers dopamine. It makes you feel alive again. It creates new memories, new perspectives, new energy, and it breaks the silent loop that keeps your life feeling the same. But even if you fix your time, your energy, and your routine, there's still one thing quietly destroying your weekends. Habit 5. Remove the noise. Digital detox. Your phone. It feels harmless, but it's not. It constantly pulls your attention, interrupts your thoughts, and keeps your brain in a loop of stimulation. Studies show that even short breaks from social media can significantly reduce anxiety, improve mood, and help you sleep better. Because when the noise disappears, your mind finally gets space. But here's the catch. At first, that silence feels uncomfortable. You reach for your phone, out of habit, not need. But if you push through that moment, something shifts. You feel calmer, more present, more in control, because for the first time, your attention belongs to you again. And once you remove the noise, something unexpected happens. Habit 6. The power of doing nothing. Boredom. Here's a habit most people ignore because it sounds useless. Doing nothing. No phone, no tasks, no distractions. Just sitting, letting your mind wander. And yet, this might be the most powerful habit of all. Because when your brain is finally idle, it starts working differently. It connects ideas, solves problems, creates. Studies show that people who allow themselves moments of boredom actually experience more creativity and deeper thinking, because your brain finally has space to process, to reflect, to imagine. Some of the best ideas in history came from moments like this. Not effort, not pressure, just silence. Now imagine this. Every weekend, you reflect on your life. Do something meaningful. Reset your mind. Try something new. Disconnect from noise and give yourself space. What do you think happens? After a few weeks, a few months, a year, you become clearer, calmer, more focused, more intentional. Not because you worked harder, but because you live smarter. Because the truth is simple. Your life doesn't change in big dramatic moments. It changes in quiet decisions, on ordinary weekends, when no one is watching. So this weekend, don't try to do everything. Just pick one and start. Because the difference between people who stay stuck and people who move forward isn't time. It's what they do with it. And if this changed the way you see your weekends, don't just keep it to yourself. Share this with someone who needs it. Drop a like so more people can actually see it. And subscribe if you're serious about upgrading your life one habit at a time. Because the life you want is hiding in the habits you keep ignoring.